viewers. Today we are going to speak about a different topic, but I want you that is watching now, and for some reason, I don't know what went on in your mind, you didn't watch the Very Going program last week. You missed out because we had a special guest last week. So, and if you could not watch, you are going to watch now the story of our guest that was here last week. You're going to watch his story, you're going to stay right there, because we're going to come back speaking about something very serious that's taking over the country, that is crime. You stay right there, invite your friends. Where you're growing is on now.
Good day, my name is Afi Moses. Before I started to come to the YPG, my life was a mess. My family had problems. I was so depressed. When I was growing up, my mom had left my sisters and I with my eldest sister. I was at age 7, 10, around that time. And at that moment, life for me was really hard. It was really hard because I didn't grow up with a father. I only grew up with my mom, and everything was burdening on her. And my eldest sister now, because my mom got an opportunity to go away, my mom had left us with my eldest sister, and their problems started to affect my life, my attitude, my mentality. Everything just started to go haywire. My sister started to beat me up. She started to embarrass me in front of people. I started to get angry often. It started to affect my schoolwork even. I used to think that, you know, if I kill myself or if I do this to myself, maybe they will now reach out and show me the affection that I needed. Fights in the house used to start. There was also fights between my elder sister and my younger sister as well. And both of them, there was a point in time where they both pulled a knife for each other. And that started to affect me a lot. Through this now, it started to push me to an addiction that I had developed at a young age. I started to watch pornography. My life was in poverty. My entire family, we were under poverty. I had wanted to know God more because I started to see the situation with my family members. I just was fed up. Fed up of living, fed up of just everything. And when my mom came, she invited me, she brought me to the church because my sisters never wanted to come. Immediately, the same moment when I came up to the church, the pastor spoke to my mom, and also I was invited to the youth group at the same moment when I came. When I was invited, all the youth and them was hyped. They was, you know, they was saying, "Oh, come to the youth group, we'll take your name and number." They took my name. I was happy at that time because I say, these youths, they are real different. And the day when I came was a Sunday, and the first service that I experienced, the atmosphere is what I wanted. But I started to be more active. The youths and them, they embraced me, they held me close. They never pushed me aside, they never squandered me, they never discouraged me, but they always encouraged. They always was there as a family. They always used to support and give me strength when I was down. And that would help me to remain. I'm no longer addicted to pornography. I no longer have suicidal thoughts. I no longer have this emptiness within me. Now today, the presence of God is living inside of me. And my sisters and all, they have changed. There's no place where I'd rather be than to be in the YPG. To those of you who are listening to my story, I just want you to know that there's a place for you. And there's people who's there who will help you to go ahead, to change that mentality that you have. You don't need to think that, if I do this to myself, or if I do that to myself, then someone will show me love. No. There's a place for you. So come to the YPG, because the YPG is the best place to be.
So you watch the story of that person. Now we are going to speak about crime. How many of you maybe are afraid to go in certain areas around certain time because of the crime?
Yeah, and what is key to understand is that what are the situations concerning Trinidad and Tobago? I was doing some little research, and I was watching at how we are ranked 8th overall in the world. In the region, we is number 1. Last year, which was 2015, we had 410 or 411. Mm-hmm. We are in this almost middle of the year right now, and there's 269 murders.
Wait.
And this is and these are things that are recorded on TV that are probably mentioned on radio. There are a lot that we are not seeing. You understand? Mm-hmm. But of course, as you said, there's a major concern in the minds of many Trinbagonians, and I want to know exactly what is the feeling. What is the feeling of, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? What is going through their mind? What are the things taking place? It's very bombarding because it's a very much disturbing thought.
And you can say your opinion through the WhatsApp. You see the numbers that appear right now at the bottom of the screen? You can send your WhatsApp message there, or you can even call. And you also can visit our Facebook page and share your comments there. So, Darlison, last week you were talking about crime in the radio. And you were telling people, asking people what they think that the society should do in order to cooperate to change the situation. Because the society, many times, they think that, it's the government thing.
Yes.
They have to do their part, we have nothing to do with that.
Yes, correct. But the problem with our society is this. Nobody says anything about crime. Everybody's too afraid to say anything. So if the neighbor is a drug lord or the neighbor is a murderer, everybody says, that's not
That's
my
my
business.
problem. Yeah.
As long as he's not interfering with me, I'm not interfering with him. But if we continue having that attitude, then what happens? We only recognize how much crime affects us when it affects us, our mother, our
becomes
father,
personal.
our sister, when it's personal, close to us. Then we recognize, okay, there's a problem.
Yeah, but I was saying also last week that when you see things and you don't do nothing, you end up like collaborating with the situation,
Yes.
cooperating the situation
always helping,
to get worse. I want you to watch this image. While we are talking here, what is image? This is an image of a movie. So the Spider-Man movie. You see that he didn't do nothing to impede the criminal. You see, and the same criminal that was robbing someone, he didn't do anything. That very same guy ended up killing his uncle.
Yeah, it's exactly what they say, because at that point in time, he thought that had nothing to do with him. So you allow the person to pass, not knowing the effects it will have later on.
And maybe this is what you are doing. You are seeing your neighborhood, things getting upside down, you have information, but you are afraid. And maybe you think, what can I do? Everybody knows me here. If I say anything, I can get shot, die, and all kind of things. We know about this. We are not here in the TV saying for you to start to point the criminals. Oh, he sells drugs. He murdered somebody. I know him. And this, no, you're not saying that. But we are saying that you cannot just fold your arms and think that you are not part of it. Because always there is something that you can do. You don't need exactly to point to who is the person. But there is actions that you can do, at least to prevent all the people to become criminals.
That's right.
And this is what we are talking about. Because they blame the government that the criminals have a lot of crime in the city, this and that. But where the criminals come from?
That's right. Where do the criminals come from? The criminals don't come from the upscale neighborhoods who commit the crimes. They come from among us. And if we do something about it from the time they're this small, then the crime wouldn't get this big. But as I said, society has the attitude now. If you are doing something, leave him, let him do. There's nothing we could do when the crime gets too big for us to control. As Kevin spoke about the statistics, we are past the middle of the year, almost past the middle of the year now, and we are 269. So by the time we get to the end of the year, according to last year's statistics of 400 and something, we're going to reach 500 because there's nobody, everybody's sitting waiting on the government.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this year we had the first murder already. For Tobago, I don't remember which month it was.
Yeah, Tobago. Ooh. And it's like a history thing across in Tobago. Because when they at least get one murder compared to how Trinidad is be, it's like a big thing for them across Tobago. They're not expecting that.
I remember some months ago.
Yeah.
So, and what are you doing to improve the situation of your country? Or maybe you are a person that you are making today. Pay attention to what I'm going to say. Maybe you are making today, you are creating today a criminal of tomorrow.
Yes.
And maybe he's inside of your house. Yes? Is your son talking about? Is your daughter I'm talking about? No, I'm not creating my son, raising my son to be no criminal. You think so. But you don't know what goes through his mind. What goes through her mind in the way how you deal with him. In the way how you deal with her. You don't know what's going through in their mind. This is what we are talking about.
Yes.
Because next week, we are going to keep talking about this topic. And we are going to bring here a guest that he's a young person and he was in a criminal life. And you are going to understand better what you're talking about, because people, they judge, they use, they treat, but you see, they fight in the school, they are fighting in the mall, they are fighting in the streets, but they don't know what is happening inside of the house that lead them to behave in that kind of way outside.
Yeah, they don't know what are the circumstances of these youths. A lot of the youths who are in problems, including the guests for next week, they had no guidance. They had nobody to show them right and wrong from very small. So they get involved in these activities from small. Last night I was at KFC in Arima, and some young men came around selling CDs of a movie they made. And they were very polite, miss, buy a CD. And I bought it from them, I gave them the support. Because the other story that they would have is, I tried the honest way.
That's true, you know.
It did not work.
That's true.
I'm going to try the dishonest way now. So I gave them the support, which is something that we need to do as the adults in society. We need to support our youths.
And people say, no, I don't like to carry him to this kind of place, because life gonna teach him. Life gonna teach to sell drugs. Life gonna teach to become a single mother. Life's gonna teach to become a gangster. Life gonna teach him to be a mother. And what are you doing? You are just sending him to the school. No, I send him to school, I buy to him new clothes and this and that. He cannot be a criminal. They think that's enough.
That's true. And this is what people expected, because they think that you can place a police at every doorstep or every corner, or have a patrol every half an hour as it is. But remember, the police have a lot to do also, which means you have to do your part. You have to do your part, of course, and this is what allows the situation to be minimized or minimal in the case of you doing something.
What we do in the youth group is to build the values of the youths in a different way that they are accustomed to see. Because many of them, they become one more in the statistics because they are living among those kind of people. It's what is the reality for them, it's normal for them. But in the YPG, they're going to see that things can be different. I want you to watch this video. We're going to be back right after.
Is a robbery. Don't let it end up in Tamuda. Open the gate. Open the gate now. Give me him. Chain my.
Boy, can't hold you so you're taking my chain, boy.
Pass all the South African diamonds on them.
South African diamonds.
I say pass all the South African diamonds on them.
What I have inside of
I want to yes, pass the South African diamonds on them. Go. Pass them, pass them. Quick. Fast. Do it quick. Hurry up. Yeah, thanks. Start going backward.
10, 9, 10, 7.
Forget share, let we go now, boy. But let we go now, boy.
See it? Yeah, you're a mechanic, you know. Like you got a fix. You got a PDS 76, then you got... Yeah, I'm going to come back again, man. You see me? That jump out and go boxing. No, pull up and go boxing, blood. Nah, Jed, who's that? There you go, yo, what you mean what that? Well, look at nuts, man, coming here, boy. You understand what going on or what? You set up yourself or what? The nuts man, go see. I'm stopping there by nuts. Nah boy, don't go there, boy. Not yet, boy. I go tell you when we go do it. Look, the nuts man there, the nuts man go see too. You can't kill them fellas there, boy. Tell me I'm the killer, you know. hear me, I say, hear what you saying about you have to know this. Isn't it? But that's them for one more time. When you kill in them day, people see my kind of, me they come and look for you. Bomb buckler like a last car.
Bola di nama no way. Bola problem way. Let's how by hitting way. Betul no fair way. Kau pasal.
Email us at ypgyouths@hotmail.com, and you can find us on Facebook, YPG Youths. Also watch us on YouTube, Trinidad and Tobago, and listen to 91.9 FM The Street.
So you could watch this video. This is a video that some people they have made, guys from I think from Laventille.
Yeah, from Laventille.
From Laventille. And this is what I was talking about before. This is the reality that many youths they know. They grew up in this environment and then become part of that environment.
Yes, definitely. This is what they know. So this is the example they have. This is the example that they are going to follow. Which is why we want to advise the parents especially out there. Bring your youth to the YPG. Let us set the example for them to follow.
We are doing a campaign to help the youth in Trinidad and Tobago. So every youth you bring to the youth group is less one youth that will be on the streets learning how to do bad. Here in the YPG, we are not going to teach them how to be a religious person, religiousness. No. Even though the youth power group is part of the Universal Church, we are not here to teach youth how to be a religious. You don't need to be a Christian. You don't need to have any specific religion to be part of the YPG. You just need to be a youth that wants a better future for yourself and for people around you.
Okay, so if you want to learn more about us, of course, you can WhatsApp or messaging numbers that you're seeing on the bottom of the screen, or you can visit us on YPG Youths on Facebook. You can also watch our pre-recorded videos on YPG Trinidad and Tobago on YouTube, of course. And then if you want to personally speak to us, as I said, the numbers are there. You can call, you can message, you can WhatsApp, whatever the case. But do this now so that your situation can change in the area that you live or the life that you have.
Tomorrow, YPG Connection at 1 p.m. at number 2 Broad upstairs, Mariah Julius, opposite the gate, or in any other branch nationwide. And we are going to have a very strong YPG Connection, a very big event down there in Arima on Sunday 21st.
Yes, Sunday 21st, we want to invite all the youths in Arima, Malabar, La Hakata, Pinto, Maloney. Come out. Come and see exactly what the Youth Power Group is about. Come and see the talent we have to offer. It's nothing religious. Believe you me. If you come and you don't enjoy it, look for me.
So where's the new address that is going to be?
It's between Pennywise and Rattan's, Davina Street, Arima.
1 p.m. Port of Spain Youth Group going to be there. San Juan Youth Group, Tunapuna Youth Group, San James Youth Group, and of course, Arima Youth Group is going to be there.
Grande.
Yeah, Sandy Grande as well.
Big possible.
So prepare yourself for this great event. Next week, Saturday, we're going to have the continuation of this program with our special guest from the youth group. He was a criminal. Today, he's a member of the youth group, and he have a lot to share with you. Don't forget, before you do anything in your life, think about
where are you going?
Join us every Sunday at 1 p.m. at any of our branches: Rio Claro, Canupia, Tunapuna, St. James, Pinal, Sandy Grande, Princess Town, Cuba, Arima, Tobago, San Fernando, Chagonas, and our main branch, Port of Spain. Be part of something great.